Hey guys, this is Top Fan, and welcome to Free True Craigslist Horror Stories, Vol 4. Ignore my chewing gum. Again, you know what it feels like to chew 5? That's awesome. Yeah, it was my birthday, I guess. Technically, yesterday was my birthday, the 5th, so that was okay. Because, till that my goddamn radio I got didn't even work. And I was like, no, I got a radio from Amazon, a better one, Panasonic, so. Aside that, let's react to this. React to some fucked up shit in these worlds, I mean.
I'm ashamed to admit that my life at one point was so pathetic that I had to resort to using the men-seeking women and one-night stand sections of Craigslist.
Damn.
Specifically when I was 28.
Damn.
As you'd expect, most of the posts seemed fake or contained images of real.
Safer sex greatly reduce the risk of STDs. Please report suspected exploitation of minors. If they're exploited, of course, but if they're not, I don't want to report them, even though it's technically illegal, which fuck this world. Of course they're gonna roost. That's just logic. Logit. I spelled that wrong. Logic. Oh my god. You confirm you're 18 or older, understood personals, and include adult content. What's adult content to you? This is what I think of it. You mean kid content?
Fat, gross, or just undesirable women.
Aww.
That is, except for one.
Looks like you're going lonely tonight.
There was a posting with a picture of a cute brunette woman saying on the listing, female 20.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. All I know brunette is a sex term, isn't it? No, it is not. I'm sorry, but it was used a lot, I guess.
26, looking for a quick hookup. No feelings, no relationships, just one night stand. The thing about this photo was that it wasn't a picture of some insanely smoking hot chick.
Oh.
It was just a normal, decent-looking woman making the whole thing more realistic and believable. She left her number on the bottom. I texted her and immediately noticed that she had an iPhone since my iMessage sent a blue bubble. Within seconds, the little gray bubble with the 3 periods popped up, informing me that she was typing. She replied with, "Hi, I'm Jen, but you can call me Jenny."
Jenny.
I started to kind of flirt around with her until she gave me her address. As I grabbed my car keys, I didn't know if I should feel excited or ashamed. Minutes later,
Why would you feel ashamed? Come on, man. Grow some balls. Oh wait, you ain't got none, so you can't grow any. You need to grow them, I mean. Whatever the fuck.
arrived to the relatively unlit dead-end block in a rather unappealing area. Second thoughts were popping up now. I shot her a text asking which house she was in. She responded 209, the last house by the dead end.
Oh.
I pulled up to the last house on the street, and sure enough, the little...
Sucked and be sucked. Sensitive. Oh my god. Get pounded. What the fuck? I'm a mature woman, you know. Ew, what the fuck do you want a mature?
Porch light revealed the number 209 stamped onto the house. I'm not gonna lie, it was a shitty-looking house. Tiny, single floor, tall grass, and whatnot. I was really doing this. I got out of my car and knocked on her door. There was no answer.
Her door. Possibly her door.
Suddenly my phone vibrated. Jenny texted me, telling me to come around back. Why? I asked.
It happened a few times in this Craigslist stories. And you know what happened each time? You got fucked up. To the max. So, just saying, I can predict the outcome of this.
The gray bubble indicating she was typing something popped up,
Okay.
then went away.
Okay.
I waited for her to type something, but she didn't. I was a desperate, pathetic man, so against my better judgment, I made my way over to the wooden gate and latched it open. I walked very slowly into the opening of the backyard and
Wait,
froze.
you're doing this at night? I don't care how fucking hot you are. I'll be out. I could go lonely for a night. Out. Go back down to home. I ain't doing that. I ain't going browsing at night. I don't play with night. The thing about night is, since it's low visibility, people get to take advantage of you. That's why people are scared of night.
I looked up at the windows of the dark house,
Oh, you see
and
something.
my heart skipped a beat when I saw someone staring down at me from one of the top windows.
Oh, wow.
The moment they noticed me, they moved away, and the blinds closed. It must have been Jenny, I was thinking to myself.
You fought. But Jenny the slut doesn't even exist. It's probably just a horny man. Wait. I regret I just said that. That was gay. I mean, a predator who wants to rape you. Again, that's gay. Sorry. I need to get on the right. I get to get back on track. Someone who wants to kill you for satisfaction.
My phone vibrated. She texted me saying, "I'll be right out, just brushing up."
Okay.
I was shaking now. I don't know if it was because I was nervous about hooking up with a woman for the first time in over a year, or if I was nervous about the weirdness of the situation.
That's what she...
I could swear I suddenly heard a stick or something crack from further in the yard. Curiously, I flipped on the flashlight on my iPhone and aimed it over to that corner of the yard.
You saw someone?
My heart must have flat out stopped for a few moments when I saw what I could swear was...
You know when your heart stops beating, you know that's not good. There's a few reasons why. Like, you're getting a heart attack. You're not getting blood. Or other stuff like that. Or, not stroke, maybe. But someone being in the yard, that's a whole different story.
An arm moving behind the wooden shed in the corner. I turned off the flashlight and somehow silently left the yard and got back in my car.
Good.
Before I could shut the door, I heard a window from the house slam open, and a deranged, lunatic-sounding woman who I couldn't see screamed, "Wait, don't go."
She's a lunatic.
When I was pulling away from the house, the front door opened, and I heard a loud pop sound. I floored...
Oh! Either she's got a BB... Sorry. Either she's got a cap gun or a real gun. She wants to murder you. And the thing about women is, in all of these stories, very few women appear. They're always men. Just men have their mindset to do shit. The women are like, no, I'm out of crime.
it away from there, and about 5 blocks up, I pulled over and realized I had a flat. They had shot my tire.
Okay. She fucked you up. She shot your tire, and you're fucked. All you can do is lock your car door, hide under the seats, and hope to hell your phone works, and hope to hell you can call the police. Just hope to hell.
I tried to get the car as far away from this town as possible before calling roadside service to set up my spare tire. The repair guy found the bullet still in the flat tire. He believed my story and did me a favor of vouching for me in front of a cop. There were 3 people who were arrested. 1 filthy-looking woman and 2 redneck-looking men.
Wow.
They stood trial and were found guilty of God knows what, I don't remember.
Okay.
It's funny. They were too stupid to even evacuate the house after pulling something like that. My mother and stepdad are ranchers. They got a new work truck and put the old one up.
Even though that 2002 Ford F250 350, I'm not sure exactly which one that is. It could be the 450 to 550. That doesn't look too bad for 2002, so I wouldn't mind driving that. It's only 4,900. Those things can be damn expensive when you buy them. They can be up to 50,000 starting, so that's not bad.
For sale. A lady from another rural area about 4 hours away was super interested, but gave numerous reasons why she could not even drive halfway to get the truck. My stepdad is nice to a fault, so he convinced my mother to follow in a second vehicle that Saturday so he could drive the truck there. My mom's no fool, and this lady was already making her suspicious. Well, her feelings weren't helped
Wait,
to
I'm
follow in a
confused.
second vehicle that did, but gave numerous reasons why she could not even drive halfway to get the truck. My stepdad is nice to a fault, so he convinced my mother to follow in a second vehicle that Saturday so he could drive the truck there. My mom's no fool, and this lady was already making her suspicious. Well, her feelings weren't helped when we arrived, and the lady gave a convoluted story about bank problems and presented a post-dated check. She also begged my stepdad to leave the plates in his name. My mom excused herself, grabbed my stepdad, and had a heated argument about taking the check and the plates. She won on canceling the plates, but she lost on the check. So they drove another 4 hours home, and as anyone not my stepdad guessed, the check bounced when it came to the date it was written. The woman dodged phone calls for a while, eventually answering and giving another convoluted.
Wait, I'm getting confused. So you drove 4 hours. When you drive 4 hours, you know you're fucking up. You know how long 4 hours is? Right now is a second. Another second. We have to wait this times 60 for 1 minute. Then you gotta do that 6 times 60 to get an hour. Then you gotta do times 4 of those to get 4 hours. Do you know how long that is? Wasting that much time. That's valuable time you could use towards your house. Towards working. And you just wasted it.
Argument about taking the check and the plates. She won on canceling the plates,
I'm
but she
confused, so just bear with me. I should be reacting badly, probably, but I'm really confused.
lost on the check. So they drove another 4 hours home, and as anyone not my stepdad guessed, the check bounced when it came to the date it was written.
Bound?
The woman dodged phone calls for a while, eventually answering and giving another convoluted story about being in the hospital and on and on. My stepdad for once stood his ground and told her they'd be taking back the truck. So they drove another 4 hours there, this time with a flatbed in case parts were missing or something. No one answered the door at the property, and they found the truck in the shed and loaded it up. My stepdad had tried to keep my mom from saying what was on her mind, but while he was busy securing the load, she wrote something to the effect of, "Thanks for nothing, hope you enjoyed fucking us around," and slipped it under the
Damn.
door. 15 minutes later, as they're driving home, the cell phone rings, and the lady who was supposedly hospitalized was on the line.
Wow.
She said she knows exactly where they lived and that they made a huge mistake.
I guess we learned one lesson. We don't need to fuck with this particular woman. That's for sure.
2 days later, my stepdad awoke to someone climbing into the house through his bedroom window. I heard my mother.
Damn. This bitch don't mess with no one. Let me fix my hair. Okay, my hair looks ugly, but I don't care. Don't fuck with this bitch. Usually women are never this bitchy.
Screams all the way from my bedroom, which was one of the most chilling moments of my life. It was the crazed woman breaking in, armed with a knife. I don't know how, but
That's all you got. You're a crazy woman, you only have a knife. If I was crazy, I'd be having a whole stash of guns. Automatics. Semi-automatics. And if I'm creeping you out, I guess it's working. I'm just pulling my eye and it looks like this. I see you and I will murder you. Damn.
my stepdad managed to take her down even while she was armed. The whole story was shared with
She's a woman. Of course you're going to be able to take her down.
police, and then the woman was taken away.
Good.
I guess karma is a pretty amazing thing.
Sorry if my finger gets on the camera. I'm
This
holding
story
my
took place
phone and this is the S7 face cam, and my finger's literally trying to hold it, and it's getting overlapped, so sorry.
a long time ago, back in 2002, when Craigslist was in its early years. Many wouldn't know, but back
the year of that other truck, so this could follow.
in those days, Craigslist was a lot different. It was a lot more so an online garage sale, or just a place where people would list old things that still had some value that they were willing to give away. I got a basketball hoop, a hockey net, and a spoiler for my car, all free in perfect condition in that same year. You'd be lucky if you found something like that these days. Anyway, me and my son were dying to buy a hockey net so we could practice in the cul-de-sac we lived in. For the record, this was before I got that free one I mentioned. Wouldn't you know it, on Craigslist there was an ad for a slightly used regulation-size hockey goal for only $50. It came with a puck and 2 slightly used hockey sticks. I still have a picture of that ad to this day. It seemed like the perfect deal, but he lived about 2 hours away. I called the number he
If it's too far away, chances are it's too good to be true.
had listed, and he sounded pretty normal on the phone. He had a pretty deep, dark voice, but nothing that would be off-putting. I remember his voice being a bit emotionless. He agreed to meet halfway due to the distance, said he'd put the stuff in the back of his pickup truck. He said he could only come after he got off from work, though, which was much later in the day, way past dark. We agreed to meet at some rest stop off the highway. Me and my son, who was 11 at the time, took my wife's minivan, the only car that would be able to fit that huge thing. Within an hour, we were at the truck stop, which was empty at this hour, but was decently lit by 3 big light posts.
Good.
I parked right under one of the lights and waited. A pickup truck pulled in off the highway right on time. He stopped right in front of me. I went over to his window, but then noticed there was nothing in the back of his truck. You, Steve?
Once you see that your goal is not there, out. Get the fuck back to your house and get out. Maybe put some Adidas on your car. Maybe you'll get faster. I put Adidas on my car. I used to go 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Now I go 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. That's a 66% improvement.
He asked me. Yup, that's me, I said. Alright, my buddy's bringing in the stuff with his truck. The guy pulled up behind my car and put it in park. I suddenly had a bad feeling. I told my son to get back in the car and lock every door except mine. 2 more pairs of headlights came off the highway into the lots, surely enough pulling up next to me. And, not surprisingly at this point, there was no hockey equipment in either one of them. My heart was racing. I was worried. Not for me, but for my young son who I for some reason brought with me on this trip.
You shouldn't have.
A group of large men mixed with heavy-set and muscular physiques stepped out of the 2 pickup trucks behind the first one. They eyed me from head to toe, giving that
You about to be fucked. You about to be fucked.
typical intimidation stare down. Then this bald guy wearing sunglasses said in a deep voice, "Where's the money?" I instantly pulled out my wallet and handed it to him, begging him to just let me and my son go. He pulled out like $100 and was pissed, expecting more.
You expected more? I would never carry more than $50 worth of cash in my wallet. First of all, I would use a credit card. And second of all, I know this looks weird, but I'm just trying to... This is just my expression, because you fucking up to the max, okay? This is my you fucking up to my max expression. Why would you carry that? Cash is not meant for huge purchases. It's meant for those little, like, oh, why would you spend $1 on a credit card? Some places don't even let you do that. No. So, or debit card. So it could save your life though if this guy wanted to rape you and you could just pay him.
He then sent 2 of his goons or whatever to get my son. At this point, I screamed and begged.
Now he wants your son. Now he wants to rape him. Now he wants to rape you. Now he wants your stuff. And you got no hockey goal. Now you wasted an hour. That's how many those were how many red flags are going on.
Begged for him not to take him. One of the men broke the glass to the minivan back door, and I vividly remember the disturbing, heartbreaking screams of my young son. What happened next was what I can only explain to be a miracle from God answering my prayers.
Well, God's fake, so it's not God, it's someone else.
A car was entering the lot from off the highway. All the men stopped and turned to look at it. As it got closer, my heart literally dropped in excitement as I saw it was a police car. The lights suddenly
Good. Sorry. You saved yourself.
2 more pairs of headlights came on go and stopped and turned to look at it. As it got closer, my heart literally dropped in excitement as I saw it was a police car. The lights suddenly began to flash as he got close enough to see what was going on. All of the men were back in their trucks within seconds, speeding off down the highway. Well, at least 2 of them. The truck in the back was caught immediately by the police car, and backup arrived shortly. I explained everything to them, and they got the men that were caught to rat out on the others surprisingly quickly. I guess luckily the guys in the back truck weren't very loyal to whoever their leader was, if they even had any type of leader. Believe it or not, I had a police escort all the way home to make me and my son feel safer.
Good.
I don't want to get into all the legal stuff, but I'll just say that all of those men except for one was caught, and I'm pretty sure that was the driver of the first pickup truck. Needless to say, my Craigslist days weren't over at that point, but I have always been much more protective of my son and much more cautious of Craigslist meetings since then.
Good. Again, we need to thank the police for doing that, or else your son would have been murdered and raped and buried alive. Not buried, I mean buried. So thank the police. Let's go. Let's go right now. Thank you very much, police. You're doing a good job helping people not get raped. So, high fives all around. 4 trucks filled with a few people versus 2 people. Who do you think's gonna win? Then the police. So many guns. Anyway. Damn, that was a fucked up story. Even the middle one. No, all these were kind of fucked up. Not saying that they're bad. I'm saying that, like, they were such fucked up situations. And I'm pretty sure no one had their Adidas on. Which does not help anything. I got my Adidas on right now. Yep, I do. Do you? Or else you're gonna get fucked tonight. Not by me. By a random person. Wear a pair of Adidas, save a life. All Adidas go towards $1 goes towards the police. Nah, just kidding. This would be awesome though. I'll be buying Adidas, man. I love Adidas. They're pretty cool shoes. Used to wear Nike, now I'm doing Adidas. And then haven't been any safer since. I gotta get out of here. What time is it? 1 something. 1:30. Okay. See you guys. This is Top Fin. Yeah, that bitch was crazy. Thank you for watching. This is Top Fin. I'll be out.